Good day. I am Mary Grace Introliso, a senior high school teacher applicant, and I will be presenting my teaching demonstration. Here is my lesson plan. Good morning, seniors. How are you today? I guess you're all excited with our new topic. But before we start, let me ask you something. Do you already know your blood type? I think some of you already know it. I have here an image. What have you seen in the picture? Yes, it is a family. Unfortunately, this family received a phone call from a hospital. They told that there is a possible mix-up of children from other hospital when they are born. So to rule it out, they need to obtain their blood samples. So based from these results, do you think there is a possibility that any one of the children is not a biological offspring of the couple? To answer that, we have to understand first how this blood type, which is a non-Mendelian trait, is inherited. Now kindly get your notebook and pen so that you can take down notes. Our topic for today is about modification to Mendel's classic ratio. Who among you here can recap about Mendel's classic ratio? Remember our class rule that if you want to answer, just raise your hand. Yes, Anne. Okay, thank you. Since we will be talking about its modification, wherein it doesn't follow the segregation in accordance to Mendel's law. So we refer it as the non-Mendelian mode of inheritance. The first mode is incomplete dominance. So in incomplete dominance, the phenotype expressed is a blend. It is a blend of two extreme phenotypes. So an example of it is the snapdragon flower, wherein the dominant red color flower, when crossed with the recessive character of the white flower, will produce a third phenotype, which is a pink colored flower. In comparison with Mendelian's law of inheritance, there is no third phenotype. Only one trait from either the parent will appear in the next generation. The second mode is codominance. So from the word co, which means joint. So both extreme phenotypes are expressed. So example in the blood type. So we have human blood type A and type B. So both of them are dominant and expressed, thus forming the blood type AB. This also explains how the white cow, when combined with the brown cow, will produce a patchy white and brown offspring. The third mode is multiple alleles. So multiple, there is more than two alleles. More than two alleles is present. Thus, it will result to more than two phenotype being expressed. So example in the coat color in rabbit, we have four alleles, namely, we have agouti, which is dominant from chinchilla, and chinchilla is dominant from Himalayan, and Himalayan is dominant from albino. That is the dominance hierarchy of these alleles. So these are the corresponding phenotypes in coat color. As you can see, the most dominant genotypes, when combined with other genotypes, its phenotype will be expressed in all of them. While the recessive genotype can only be expressed when combined with the same recessive genotype. So in that way, its phenotype will be expressed. Now, let us go back with our question on the mix-up of children. Let us tackle this one by one. So the maternal grandfather is type AB with the daughter of type A. And the paternal grandmother is type B with the son of type O. So the parents have A and O, are A and O. So its children, so the first child is type O, the second child is type A, and the third child is type B. So do you think there is a possible mix-up of children? Yes, unfortunately, there is. So in order to produce A and O children, the parents should be either A and O or a combination of A and O. And B is not present from these parents. So type B child is not an offspring of the couple. So do you have any questions? If none, I will be asking you questions. So what is the difference between Mendelian and non-Mendelian's mode of inheritance? Yes, Mike. Very good. Now, give me some examples of non-Mendelian's genetic traits. Maria? Okay, very good. So, we can see it in human's height, in skin color, in eye color, and also in other species. We can find it. Now, is it important that we understand how we acquire the different genetic traits? Yes, it is. So that we will be able to predict if a species is already in danger, and we can make a species protection and conservation planning of this type of traits. Okay, do you have any question? Now let's have a group activity. You will be divided into 4 groups. Each group will be given a cardex with a set of questions. I want you to answer it for 5 minutes and report your answer in front of the class. You will be graded according to these rubrics. 5 points as the lowest point and 10 points for the highest. Now you can start. Well done, class. You answered it all correctly, and the reporters are enthusiastic in delivering their answers. Okay, now let's have a short quiz to evaluate your understanding. I want you to get 1/4 sheet of paper and answer these questions. Okay, time's up. Pass your papers in front silently. Okay, for your assignment, I want you to make a poster on Mendelian's genetic trait. So draw it in a half-size cartolina. Okay, please remain seated and keep quiet. Do you have any clarification or questions or any additional information? If none, class dismissed and see you tomorrow. Goodbye.